In this video, we are going to study about the nucleophilic addition of ammonia and its derivatives to aldehydes and ketones. Actually, this is coming as examples of nucleophilic addition reactions. In the previous video, we already studied 3 examples of nucleophilic addition reactions. There is addition of HCN, addition of sodium bisulfite and addition of alcohols. The next is addition of ammonia and its derivatives. We already studied in the previous video, we already studied the structure and the names of the different derivatives of ammonia. Okay. So, first one is addition of ammonia to aldehydes and ketones. As we discussed in the previous video, how we are writing ammonia structure as in order to study the reaction NH2H. Okay, now remember one thing, when we study the reactions of ammonia and its derivatives with aldehydes and ketones, all these reactions are taking place by the elimination of water. Okay. So, the first one is addition of ammonia to aldehydes and ketones. So, they can be generally represented as carbonyl compounds with C double bond O. When it reacts with ammonia, that is NH2H, what is happening here is very simple, removal of water will be taking place, and we know that the removal of water is known as dehydration, and dehydration is always catalyzed by acid. So, above the arrow we can write it as H plus, and how we can write the product as C. There is no change in the single bonds, then double bond after removing water we are getting C double bond NH, and the products are called as imines. Okay, so note down what are imines. What are imines? These are the compounds formed when aldehyde or ketone reacts with ammonia. Okay, for example, if a question comes in the complete the following section, CH3CHO plus NH3, above the arrow H plus equal to dash. So, once again I am telling you, whenever we study the reactions of aldehydes ketones, always don't try to expand the C double bond O part. So, how we can write CH3CHO as CH3 C double bond OH on reaction with, how we can write ammonia as NH2H. What is taking place here? Removal of water. H2O. Now combine. How we can write the product as CH3, C single bond H can be written as CH, double bond NH. This is what the imine of what is CH3CHO known as acetaldehyde or ethanol. So, this is the imine formed from acetaldehyde. So, we can call it as acetaldehyde imine. Now, if a ketone is undergoing reaction with ammonia, for example, propanone. What is propanone formula? CH3COCH3 plus ammonia, above the arrow H plus, what? Complete the following question. So, again what we have to do is expand the C double bond O part, CH3, C double bond O, CH3. What is the name for CH3COCH3? It is acetone or propanone. Remember all the common names and IUPAC names, because these are the common compounds coming for the board exam. Plus ammonia can be written as NH2H. What is taking place here? Removal of water. In order to remove water, remember always we are taking oxygen from CO group and taking 2 hydrogen atoms from nitrogen. And we are getting, how we can write the product as CH3, C double bond, instead of oxygen what will be coming here, NH, then CH3. C double bond NH. So this is the imine of acetone or propanone. So we can call it as propanone imine. So what are imines once again? These are the compounds formed when aldehyde or ketone reacts with ammonia. So note down in your book after this equation how we can write it as aldehyde or ketone plus ammonia gives imine, and this you can write it as definition also in words. Okay, keep it inside a box. Now the second reaction is addition of, it is the next ammonia derivative, yes, amines. Addition of amines. What is amines general formula? RNH2. Okay. So we can write this generally as an aldehyde or ketone, general representation on reaction with, how to write this as NH2R. RNH2, write it as NH2R. So here also the reaction is catalyzed by acid, and here also there is elimination of water from by taking carbonyl oxygen and 2 hydrogen from nitrogen. So what we are getting is C double bond NR, and these are called as substituted imines or Schiff's base. These are known as substituted imines or Schiff's base. This is the general representation. Now how we can define Schiff's base? Note down what are Schiff's base? These are the compounds formed when aldehyde or ketone reacts with amines. Now examples of this reaction, here amines are generally represented as RNH2. This R can be any alkyl group like CH3, C2H5, etc. Okay. So for example, if CH3CHO plus C2H5NH2 above the arrow H plus, complete the following question. Again, how to write it as? First we have to expand the aldehyde or ketone. How we can expand it? C double bond OH plus this, how should we write? NH2 we have to write on this side C2H5 above the arrow H plus. So here also there is very simple elimination of water. Now join 2 molecules. How we can join it? CH3 single bond. This can be written as CH double bond N. Now in this N we have C2H5. Okay, very easy to write the product. So how we can write Schiff's base product formation as aldehyde or ketone plus amines give substituted imines or Schiff's base. Write this inside a box. So this is about the next nucleophilic addition reaction. Next we have, what is the third ammonia derivative? Yes, it is hydroxylamine. So addition of hydroxylamine. How we can write the equation generally as aldehyde or ketone, we can represent as generally as a carbonyl compound on reaction with hydroxylamine. What is the formula of hydroxylamine? SnH2OH. Okay, so here also, as we said, there is elimination of water catalyzed by H plus. So what we are getting? Simply join C double bond NOH. Very important reaction and very important product. Here the product name is oxime. Note down, very important, oxime. So next definition, what are oximes? What are oximes? How we can define? These are the compounds when aldehyde or ketone reacts with hydroxylamine. Now, there is one question in the back exercise. The question is to draw the structure of cyclopropanone oxime. How we can draw the structure of cyclopropanone oxime? From the name given, it is clear these are oximes, isn't it? Now we know that how oximes are formed when aldehyde or ketone reacts with hydroxylamine, and in the first section of the name we will get which carbonyl compound is reacting. Which carbonyl compound is reacting here? Cyclopropanone. So cyclopropanone is forming oxime. So how we can write the equation as? What is the formula of cyclopropanone? Cyclopropane ring with a keto group, isn't it? Plus hydroxylamine formula NH2OH catalyzed by acid. So here also there is the very simple water elimination. How is the elimination of water? Oxygen from CO group and hydrogen H2 from nitrogen, and simply join. What will be getting the structure as? There is no change in the cyclopropane ring. Double bond also there is no change, and to this double bond what will be connected? This nitrogen OH. This is what? This is the cyclopropanone oxime. Okay. Now the next is how we can define or how we can write the summary as oxime formation. Aldehyde or ketone when reacts with hydroxylamine, we can write it as NH2OH now, gives what? Oximes. So definition you can frame from this. Okay. Now, what is the next addition reaction? Number 4. What is the next ammonia derivative? Yes, hydrazine. So next is addition of hydrazine to aldehyde and ketone. Now, again, here also how we can write the general equation as aldehyde or ketone on reaction with hydrazine. Hydrazine, what is the formula? NH2, NH2, isn't it? So here also there is elimination of water. So that is why I told you to write the formula like this, because it will be easy to write the product. Catalyzed by acid. Now simply join. What we will get? No change in single bond, double bond, double bond will be connected to this nitrogen, NH2, and the product's name is hydrazone. So what are hydrazone? Hydrazones are actually the compounds formed when aldehyde or ketone reacts with hydrazine. So when hydrazine reacts, the product name is hydrazones. For example, again there is one question in your back exercise. Draw the structure of the hydrazone derivative. To draw the structure of hydrazone derivative of benzophenone. To draw the hydrazone derivative of benzophenone. How we will get hydrazone derivative? When an aldehyde or ketone react with hydrazine, isn't it? So it is a carbonyl compound reacting here, benzophenone. This is why I told you in the starting of this chapter, study all the common names. Okay. So benzophenone, what is the structure? It is benzene ring, then one CO, one more benzene ring. That means on either side of the CO group there is benzene ring. Okay. This is benzophenone. So to draw the hydrazone derivative, it has to react with what? Hydrazine. So how we can draw it as? We can write this like this also. This is the molecular formula, isn't it? The benzene ring can also be written as C6H5 on reaction with hydrazine formula NH2NH2 catalyzed by acid. Here also what is happening? Elimination of water. Now simply join. What we are getting? Look at here and write. No need to by heart. C6H5 single bond, C double bond, and to this double bonded carbon we have to connect nitrogen. And on nitrogen what we have? Remaining one NH2, and on this carbon, double bonded carbon, there is one more C6H5. This is what? The hydrazone derivative of benzophenone. Next question is to draw the cyclopentanone hydrazone. Cyclopentanone hydrazone derivative. How we can draw cyclopentanone hydrazone derivative? When we are getting hydrazone derivative? When the carbonyl compound reacts with hydrazine. Here the carbonyl compound is cyclopentanone. How to draw cyclopentanone? A cyclopentane ring. Okay, only 5 membered ring with a carbonyl group on reaction with NH2, and we are getting elimination of water, and we are getting join the ring. What we are getting here is cyclopentane ring. There is no change. Double bond, and this double bond we have to connect with nitrogen. So this is the hydrazone derivative of cyclopentanone. So everywhere the only thing is expand the C double bond part and study all the derivatives formula. Now the fifth addition is addition of, what is the next derivative? Addition of phenyl hydrazine. What is phenyl hydrazine formula? Hydrazine, one hydrogen we are replacing by phenyl ring, isn't it? So how we can write the equation generally as aldehyde or ketone on reaction with phenyl hydrazine formula, isn't it? After elimination of water catalyzed by acid and minus H2O, what we are getting here is double bond N, NH, benzene ring. Very easy to join. So here the products or the derivatives are known as phenyl hydrazones. When hydrazine reacts, the product or the derivatives are known as hydrazones. When phenyl hydrazine reacts, the product or the derivatives are known as phenyl hydrazone. Okay. For example, again your back exercise question, to draw the structure of the phenyl hydrazone derivative of acetaldehyde. So acetaldehyde, phenyl hydrazone structure we have to draw. How we can draw the structure of acetaldehyde phenyl hydrazone? Because from the name it is clear, it is formed by the reaction between acetaldehyde and phenyl hydrazine. Okay. So acetaldehyde, what is the formula? CH3, C double bond OH on reaction with phenyl hydrazine. After the elimination of water, what we are getting here is double bond N, NH, the phenyl hydrazone derivative. So the derivatives are known as hydrazones. Okay. So how we can write this as aldehyde or ketone on reaction with phenyl hydrazine gives phenyl hydrazones. So from this you can write the definition also. Phenyl hydrazones are the derivatives formed when aldehyde or ketone reacts with phenyl hydrazine. Okay. Now the next, that is the sixth addition reaction, is addition of 2,4-DNP. What is 2,4-DNP? It is 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine, or it is also known as Bosch's reagent. So here how we can write the equation as aldehyde or ketone on reaction with, what is 2,4-DNP formula? NH2NH. The second and fourth position there is nitro group. Again, very simple, eliminate water and join. We are getting it as C double bond N, NH. The remaining thing you can copy from the question itself. No need to by heart at all. Only you need to eliminate water. And the derivatives are known as phenyl hydrazones. For example, another back exercise question, to draw the structure of 2,4-DNP derivative of benzaldehyde. How we can draw the 2,4-DNP derivative of benzaldehyde? Very easy. Draw the structure of benzaldehyde. Benzene ring with C double bond O and H. It should react with, in order to get 2,4-DNP derivative, it has to react with 2,4-DNP, isn't it? So, at the second and fourth position, we have to draw nitro group. Eliminate water. What we are getting here is C double bond, benzene ring, CH double bond N, NH. Now, note down the 2,4-DNP derivatives are orange or yellow or red crystals. That means they are solid form. So, when any aldehyde or any ketone, when they react with 2,4-DNP, the 2,4-DNP derivative will be in the solid form or in the crystal form depending on the compound. Either it will be orange colored or yellow colored or red colored. So, note down the first point is the 2,4-DNP derivatives are orange, yellow or red crystals. Now, this 2,4-DNP test or Bosch's reagent test can be used to distinguish aldehydes and ketones from other functional groups. For example, if you want to distinguish between a carboxylic acid and an aldehyde, which test we can use? Bosch's reagent test. Because aldehyde and ketones both can react with 2,4-DNP or Bosch's reagent and they can give orange precipitate or red precipitate or yellow precipitate of 2,4-DNP derivative. So, note down as a second point, this Bosch's test can be used to distinguish aldehyde and ketone from other functional groups. For example, if a question comes using chemical test, note down the question. By using chemical test, how can you distinguish CH3CHO and CH3COOH? A regular board question. CH3CHO and CH3COOH, how we can distinguish? One is an aldehyde and one is a carboxylic acid. So, here in order to distinguish an aldehyde from acid, we can use which test? 2,4-DNP test, or we can call it as Bosch's reagent test. So, how we can write the answer is, when acetaldehyde or CH3CHO reacts with 2,4-DNP will give orange precipitate, while acetic acid or CH3COH, when it reacts with 2,4-DNP, no red precipitate or orange precipitate. So, whenever we write distinguish between tests, we should write any characteristic observation like precipitate formation or gas evolution, any characteristic observation, a test with characteristic observation only we can write or we can use to distinguish between two compounds. The other derivatives or other tests we cannot write here, only 2,4-DNP test. And when we write the answer, the reagent must be mentioned in the answer, observation also should be clear. One can give and one cannot give. Only such reactions can be used to distinguish the compounds. Hope it is clear to you. Now the last reaction is the addition of reaction number 7. Addition of semi-carbazide. Already we studied the formula of semi-carbazide. How we can write the general reaction as aldehyde or ketone can be generally represented as C double bond O. Semi-carbazide, what is the formula? From hydrazine, that is NH2NH2. We are replacing one hydrogen by one CONH2 group. Here there is a twist. Remember, when we write the formula of semicarbazide, on either side you can see amino group. So either you can take hydrogen from here to release water, or you can take NH2 hydrogen from this side. That means from CONH2 group also you can take hydrogen to eliminate water. So it will be confusing for you. So remember, whenever we write the reaction of aldehyde or ketone with semicarbazide, don't take hydrogen from the NH2 group which is attached to CO group. When we write the formula, we may think that, oh, why can we take hydrogen from here, or why can't we take hydrogen from here? So when we see the structure, the hydrogen will be free here. But actually, the hydrogen present on this nitrogen is involved in resonance with the C double bond O group. So it is that hydrogen is not actually free to eliminate water. That is the one very important give reason question. Even though there are two NH2 groups in semicarbazide, only one is involved in resonance. Why? Note down this question. The answer is because the NH2 group which is attached to CO group is involved in resonance, so it is not actually free. So always remember, take NH2 which is opposite to CONH2 group. Okay. Now simply join C double bond, and this double bonded carbon we have to connect with this nitrogen, NH-CONH2. And as we said, semicarbazide, when it reacts, the derivatives will be called as semicarbazones. So how we can define semicarbazones? When aldehyde or ketone react with semicarbazide, the derivatives are known as semicarbazones. So here also there is question in your back exercise to draw, as usual, to draw the structure of cyclobutanone semicarbazone. Question is to draw the structure of cyclobutanone semicarbazone. So from the name itself we can identify which are the species reacting. Cyclobutanone is reacting with what? In order to get semicarbazone, it has to react with semicarbazide. So how we can write the equation as cyclobutane? What is the formula? Yes, a 4-membered ring with a keto group plus semicarbazide formula NH2, NH, CONH2. So don't take hydrogen from here, don't touch that hydrogen, it is not free actually, so take only from here. Now simply join. So what we will get, look at the left hand side and write the product. There is no change in the ring. Okay, double bond. Now connect this double bond with this nitrogen. Remaining you can copy. This is what the semicarbazone derivative of cyclobutanone. Now there is one more question given as a complete the following question in your back exercise. And the question is RCH double bond CH, C double bond O H plus how will you write the product as? So in order to confuse you, here see the structure of semicarbazide given. See, CONH2 group is facing actually what? The carbonyl group. So if you are not careful, what you will do is you will simply eliminate water from here. But is it correct? No, we cannot take hydrogen which is connected to CO group. This hydrogen is not actually free. Okay, so rewrite this equation, then only write the product. Okay, so how it will be? CH double bond CH, C double bond O plus, write it as, then eliminate water. Simply you can copy the structure, start from the left hand side, very easy to write the product. RCH double bond CH, this CH can be C single bond, H can be written as CH itself, double bond, and this double bond we have to connect with this nitrogen. Okay, product is correct, very simple. So always be very careful when you write the product of semi-carbazole derivative. Okay. So another repeated question, that is to define semi-carbazole. So how we can write generally as aldehyde or ketone when reacts with semi-carbazide gives what? Semi-carbazole. So from this you can frame the definition also. So these are the examples of the reaction of aldehydes and ketones with ammonia and its derivatives. Among this reaction, the more important reaction is the 2,4-DNP derivative or Bosch's test. Okay, thank you.